If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
Hi Shankar, I have one small basic question actually which is troubling me.
Go on, Sanjeev.
Say so we have an EPM context menu on top there.
Yep.
So do we consider that this is a model and these things are the characteristics or dimensions inside there? They all displayed there?
Yep. Everyone is displayed.
Yeah. Okay. So we want to add something there in the model there is so-called in the context EPM context menu. So we go back to the web portal area,
Administration area, right?
Administration area.
Okay.
And we edit from there.
Mm-hmm.
And we can add any further dimension which would appear here.
Yeah. If you just see here, we just have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dimensions here, right?
Right.
So if you just look at here, you'll see that all those dimensions in the model. What is the one which we are looking at? Planning, right? Okay. So here are the dimensions we have. Except for measures, you will see all the dimensions. You have 8 dimensions here. And if you just add here another dimension, you will see this one as well. Just enter model. Okay. I have added one more scope here. So I'm
right
here. Yeah. Yeah, hi Bola.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
So we have data in the system in the cubes now?
We already had, right? We had inserted some data last week.
Correct. But we've not been given access. We don't have system access yet.
You'll be getting the access by today itself.
Okay.
We have all raised the request for you guys to have the access. We should be having it by end of today. So just now I have added this new dimension, so which should appear in the reporting one.
Okay.
Oh, what did you just do now? Just a quick overview.
I'm just trying to add one new dimension to a model.
Adding a dimension to a model.
Yep.
So you just selected it and put it as part of the system?
Yep. So just now I have added the model to test underscore planning. So which should appear in your reporting as well.
So it's going to be part of the context.
Yep.
So that means that if you don't select it in to the model, the users will never see it. They will never have access to it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Test underscore planning. And I was not able to add it because I do have a problem with this one. Just ZT. Test underscore planning. So if you see here, we have this test underscore dimension as well here. And in these also we do have test underscore dimension, and the base member we have the member we have selected is S. And if you just edit anything here, anything in the dimension model, okay, I'll just remove this test underscore dimension now, and this will disappear from the context menu of the report. You see this test underscore dimension at EPM context, right? So just going to the model I'm just going to the model properties and add and remove test underscore dimension. I'm removing it and just clicking OK. Save. So it got saved successfully, and this is the procedure you change or add or remove any dimensions from the model. And previously it was showing error for the planning model because it has some issue with the access.
Yeah.
And the problem is I have to change all the settings and all the parameters, which is a laborious task again. So instead of doing it on that model, I have created I've taken another one, and I tried to modify the same. I'm just logging in again, and every time you have to re-log in again to see the modifications, and you see you don't have any test underscore dimension here.
Right. Now, if you're a single sign-on, you still have to do that?
Yep, you have to.
Like you have to go out of the report and come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it means that whatever is there in the model, all the dimensions will be displayed on the context menu. Is there anything which is hidden by default?
Measures is hidden by default in the administration set, but measures is displayed in the reporting. You don't see any model you don't see any dimension called as measures here.
Right.
But it is displayed even in the dimensions tab, or also in the model tab. You don't see any dimension by name measures, but it is a default system dimension used to load the data or to display the data. But that is displayed only in EPM reporting site. Nothing else. Nothing else where you'll see that. Yep. Go on.
So that is so it is for all the models in planning, consolidation, or
all the planning, all the models.
All the models.
Every model you see measures. That's a default one which is hidden in the administration tab, but that will be displayed whenever you open any report.
Right. What does measures contain? What does measures contain? Is it only time?
No, it contains nothing, just like periodic and Y2D. Those are the two things which we have: periodic, quarter to date, and year to date. So whenever you are running any data load or any other thing, we load it.
That's the time perspective.
Yep. So we'll just go back to our planning model. Okay, where is planning? Okay. So I'm just back to my other regular planning model. So we'll just look at the other options we have in EPM. So these are the different EPM context, EPM commands we'll be discussing on. And EPM context is the basic EPM member with which we'll display the context member which we have selected. And here is the syntax for that. And I think I have shown this EPM context and EPM member description, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is used for displaying the context member, and this member description is used to display the member of the context, member description of the context which we have selected. And these are the two basic things which are replaced in the report for page access. Instead of using page access, we use these two commands so that it will be easier for the user to understand which dimensions and which dimension members they have used on. And the next comes is the other commands like the other important command is EPM dimension override. So this is a simple command. If you just go on with, you just go on with the other command now. So EPM dimension override. EPM dimension override is the command we use whenever we want to override any dimension with the other dimension, with other member. So example, if you have just taken accounts receivable, or we'll just make this as a little bit complex here. I'm just adding one more property. Category. Oh, okay. I've just changed a little bit, report a little bit, wherein I have just taken two columns. One is category and other one is time, wherein it is showing actual for all the months. For from January to December, it is showing on. So it is displaying actual for all the 12 months, and it is displaying months for every respective thing from January till December. So whenever there is any requirement, like for December, you want to have additional. In December, the requirement is something like we just want to take the plan data. So for those things, we just use this dimension override property and use this thing. Whenever we are using any actual data, and in that actual data, if you want to have a data which is not relevant to actual and some other category we want to take. So we have two different ways of doing it. One is through with EPM dimension override, and another one is the raw way of doing it, wherein that is not supposed to be done, but that can be done in a raw way. So first we'll just look at this raw way, and that is very simple to do it. And today we'll be discussing on these two commands: EPM select member. So here I'll just change it as other things as well. Category. Equal to context. Okay. This is just a simple copy and paste here.
Just a quick question.
Yep.
What are we trying to achieve today? Because I seem to be a little lost.
Which one? Come again.
I said, what are we trying to achieve? What are we doing? What are you doing right now? Because I'm
Okay.
kind of following you, but I'm also lost. I don't know what.
Okay. We are just we have started EPM commands. So in the previous class we have had a session on two commands. Today we'll have another 2 or 3 commands with a detailed understanding on how do we implement those commands in the report.
Okay. And when you say commands,
EPM commands.
EPM commands.
Yep. So okay. This is one of them. EPM member description is one of them.
Okay.
Okay, and these are the things which I want to achieve in this. Okay. So first of all, we'll just look at a report, simple report. Here we do have, like in rows we have taken account, and in column we have taken 2 dimensions. One is category and another one is time. And category we have selected actuals, and actual is we have taken it as from the context. It's a member only concept. So I'm just clicking on OK, and time is the base level members we have, and everything remains the same thing, like account dimension remains and everything is the same as previous. So I'm just clicking on OK. So we have just had a report generated. Like we do have some sample data here and everything is fine here. And now the requirement is from January 2014 to December 2014, as a default, we are getting actuals here. So the requirement is I want to have this actual for December 2014 to be replaced with plan. So this is the requirement. So sometimes we do have a requirement in the real-time scenario wherein for a couple of months it would be actuals and couple of months it should be planned. Like from current to future, it will be planned data. So because now we are in 2015, right? And this is February. And till January, it will be actual data. Since we know the data, which is called as actuals. And from February 1st to May 1st, it will be a planned data. So in those scenarios, we'll generate a report for planned data as well. So in this example, I'm just assuming that this is the current data and I want to have a planned data for December 2014. So instead of actuals at December 2014, I want to have plan there. Okay, you got the requirement. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yep.
Hello?
Did you get the requirement or do you want me to repeat that again?
I got that, but in order to get December 2014 plan, isn't it all you have to do is just replace actual with plan?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's what a user can do, right?
User will not do.
User will not do it.
User will not do. That's a reporting design.
Okay.
User will only do one thing. He'll just input the data. That's it. He'll not do anything more than that.
Okay. Is this when you are uploading the data or when you are retrieving the data?
No. This is just retrieving data from the system. Uploading is something different. For uploading, we do have use data manager or through input schedules.
Okay.
So this is just retrieving data. I'm using this.
Okay. All right.
So guys, did you understand this requirement? Like, why do we change this plan to actual and everything? Okay. This is called as a reference category. A reference of category will be taking on, and I have added a new cell in the page access, wherein I want to use this plan figure here. Like before doing that, we have to check whether we do have a plan in the category dimension or not. Category. Yep, we do have the plan. So here we have to use this EPM select member and go to FX. And select member is the dimension, is the EPM command we use to select any particular dimension member from a particular dimension. So in this context, I want to select a member by name called as plan from the dimension category. So here I want to give it as plan at the member and category, dimension as category. Okay. And as usual, we will be using this member description. You can just get the description of the plan. So we have this context member, member description, and select member. Context member is used for displaying for page access. Select member is used to retrieve a member from a particular dimension, wherein we can use that as a reference of copy, reference of member in the reporting. So just wanted to replace this actual for December 2014 from actual to plan. Activate member recognition. So just instead of actual, just give it as is equal to, give this cell B5 so that will go off with the plan data. So guys, did you understand what we have done?
Okay. I'm a little confused. It's quite different from, it may be different from everybody.
Okay, because this is the command which everyone gets confused.
Yeah, I think maybe what I'm trying.
Okay, I'll just explain you again. I'll just come back
No,
to this.
I understand you putting plan. Plan is what the business does. I understand how why you put all this there. I understand the business thing.
Okay.
For me, I guess when I see Excel, when I see this page that you're doing, when I see it in Excel, my thoughts, I'm beginning to think like a user. And as a user, all what you've done is what a user does.
Okay.
Yes, from my perspective, this is what I used to do.
Okay.
Because I used to manipulate and create reports, but I retrieve and either upload or retrieve.
Okay.
So I guess that's why I'm just a little confused, and I don't know how everybody else feels.
Okay.
So,
I'll just give you a small overview on BPC, how exactly things work in BPC. So in BPC, we do have two different set of consultants, two different set of employees there. One is consultants, and who can also be called as developers. And the other important one are users, right? So consultants do design of a report, designing of report, data loading, or you can say it as designing of the process, like how do we load the data, whether it's in delta load or full load, how many times does things should be, what could be the process of the data load.
yes.
Okay, what are the dimensions to be mapped, what is the source system data we have, and how should we map it to the BPC.
Yes.
And in the designing of report, so if you just look at this report, what user does is, he'll just, one second, just give me a minute, is equal to EPM context member and so what does user do is, let's replace this with is equal to okay, what does user do? He'll just go to the page access, wherein like I'm just going like, he'll just check with 2000, he's in 2006, I don't want 2006, I want to go for 2010. He'll just check for the data.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh God, this time it's changed up. Text. Yes. So we'll just go to this report. It's not getting changed here.
I know the user do not say the context. They don't say the context.
No, I am just checking on whether this is working or not, and why is this not taking from here. User will not see any context, but I am just worried because here it is showing 2013 and here it is showing 2010.
Oh, okay.
That's the one which I am worrying on.
Okay.
Because that should change at both the places. Here it is 2012 and here is 2013. When I change it to here, this is changing. Yeah, this is something surprising for me here. I'm not able to see here. EPM Context Member. Sure. Shit. But why is this getting not changed? Category. Yes, this is something odd here. Okay, let's forget this page access. We'll just go with the other things. So what does the user do is, he'll just click on this by changing from time to 2014 to 2013, and then he'll just change this display purpose, whatever he is doing on. He'll just look at that. He'll just change these attributes wherein from 2013, or if he wants to change it from actual to budget or any other thing, he'll change those things. Or he will also do something like he'll input the data. If he wants to input any data from actual to budget, he'll change that as well. He'll just change it from actual to budget, and as you see here is
what's the difference between budget and forecast?
Budget and forecast is it's almost like the same thing. In budget we do have forecast and plans. It's almost like same things for different clients call different names.
Okay.
Budget, forecast, planning, all those things are the same thing. Just the naming convention they use for particular things. That's it.
Okay.
So he'll change these things like whatever he wants. He'll just input on.
Yeah, that's to do an upload.
Yep. He'll just save data for budget, and if he has to change it from budget to any other thing, he'll just do that accordingly. Budget to actual he wants, he can change it, and he can change those things. And if he's not having any change in requirement, like here we are displaying some set of dimensions for account. So if he's not satisfied, he cannot change those things. He just have to raise a request to the developer so that he can just have an edit report option wherein he can select those required dimensions. Like if he wants to have a context and member and children, he'll not be able to do it. It's only the developer's job who can do it.
Yes, if he wants to change any one of the accounts.
Yeah, that's again a change request concept. That's purely different. But if it is from the user perspective, if he wants to change it from January 2013, from 2013 to 2015, he can just view the report in any possible way he can. But
but
design part,
but the accounts perspective, the accounts, all the details, like each one of the either the base level or the at the higher level, everything is already been preset by the management so when it was being developed.
Yep.
So the only thing the user will do, he can only select which one he wants out of everything that is there to make visible.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But the designing part is being done by the developer. Like whenever we are just changing from actual to plan, that will come from the client itself, like management itself, that they want to have a report based on this. So the developer designs the report. Okay. So those kind of designing parts are being done by the developer, not by user. User only looks the data and all those things, right?
Okay.
So just give me 2 minutes here. So why is this not working? Actually, okay. Shall I got category? Here for fun it is working. Context member.
There was spell mistake, Shankar.
Context member. Where is the spelling mistake?
Context.
Context. Okay. Thanks.
No problem.
Yes, this is completely good. Where it is changing. So what was our previous context in sample? Consolidation entity. Sure. Okay, so here is the things which we are working on, like EPM add-ins and EPM select member. And to just have the repeat of budget from January to December, we just need to column heading, we should have repetition of this thing. We just need to go to sheet options, formatting, use this repeat column headers and click on OK. So that as soon as you click on this refresh button, you have budget all over the columns, every column we have in the report. This is how we just create a simple report with two different options. And here I want to change is, what I want to change is from budget to the actuals. So I'm just going and clicking, selecting an EPM command, EPM select member. And here I want to have is actual from the dimension category. So here I have, just go to the options, sheet options, and here we have to do is activate member recognition, without which it is not possible to give it. So even if you try to give this one actual, so just go and give is equal to D1 cell, that will happen nothing. Till November 2010, November month, we do have OLAP member, but for the month of in the column M, we do have a simple basic formula here. So we just need to have a recognition of this member. So for doing that, we just need to go to sheet options, activate member recognition, and again give this D1, so that recognizes that member actuals and uses that in the report. So usually these kind of changing of dimension member from one member to another member is generally called in reporting as reference dimension. So in this report we are using two different set of dimensions. One is budget, another one is actuals. So whenever we are building on any report, we just use this as an reference category. Just give me a second.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Bola?
Yeah. Hello?
Are you able to hear? I'm not able to hear anything.
Yeah, I can't hear anything anymore, but
Yeah.
but it's not working too, right? He's not doing anything.
He is awake.
Oh, wow. How are you making out in this session?
I'm confused.
Myself totally confused.
I thought I was the only one.
Voila. Until last session it was okay. I mean today, I mean I don't know. I mean it's totally confused.
I guess for me, the only thing, the way I see it, so far, I missed the last session, the last one that we did. I had to be at work during the meeting. But today's one and all the sessions I've done, I'm feeling like a user.
Yeah, hi
Huh?
guys. Hello.
Hey, Shankar.
Yeah, hi. Sorry guys, I just got my internet disconnected. So I'm really sorry for this.
Yeah, it's okay, fine.
Okay. Can you hear right now?
Yes.
Okay. And can you see my screen as well?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just relogging back. Okay. So hello.
Hello.
I think he got disconnected again. Yeah.
Connected.
So, but how can we see his screen?
Now it's
Yeah.
the answer is no.
I just got an email from, I think from, it says the server, from the server script, server support, login guidelines.
Yeah, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it seems like your internet is just messing up.
Yeah. Some power fluctuations. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So this is a simple report here. So just to change it from here from budget to
Can't
actual.
see your screen.
Oh, sorry. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, the default screen has come.
Now?
No?
No. Okay. I think you can see now, right?
Yeah, I think you're, yeah, correct. We got it.
Okay. So the requirement is EPM just need to change from budget to actual at December 2011. So we'll just go and change it. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Shankar.
Yep.
We are able to hear.
Okay. So just whenever you want to change of anything here, we can just directly go and click on given EPM command here is equal to simple command EPM. We just have to given is equal to the reference of cell where we have given the reference of the dimension here. So in this case it is D1 cell. So is equal to D1, and we can just click on enter button, so that will take to the default reporting concept, like the requirement is been now fulfilled. And as soon as you click on this is equal to button, this will get changed. But here the problem is it is also changing the default properties of other members as well. Like it's going to take an automated manual thing. Like before doing this report, we had a small thing here, like just to go back to the default one, budget. Okay. So before creating a report, we have created and designed a report wherein it will take all the members from the context. But as soon as we are manually entering anything, it is taking it as the hard-coded thing, like it is not pulling the data from the context. So there is a major drawback of the training servers here. Usually that will not happen in the real-time world, but for some reason it is happening in this server. So whenever you are working on this, you can just directly go on to is equal to and give the other reference dimension here, just to time, category, reference dimension, reference category, paste, save. Yep.
In the category dimension, what are the members are there? Is it just budget and plan also there?
No, we do have some other budget dimensions as well. So these are the things we have.
Oh.
Actual budget, forecast, plan.
Oh, okay. So in some scenarios, only for the particular month you want to display instead of budget member, you want to replace with the budget member with a plan.
Yeah,
so that is the scenario you are making it this one, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So in real time it will really applicable, this kind of situation will arise. I mean, so only changing one particular month.
We'll have
member.
We'll have that.
Okay.
We'll have many requirements like that.
Okay.
Because for whenever you're doing any planning or consolidation kind of thing, majoritarily, and it is called as current month, previous month, and future months, right? So we'll differentiate these things, and whenever we are generating any. Okay.
So as you said, okay, till Jan you are making it as a budget, and from February to March, April, you can make it as a plan. So in the scenario, right?
In the current scenario, if you just look into here, look at this.
Oh, okay.
I'm just selecting as actuals here. So in this report, if you just look at the only month is actual here, 2015 January is actuals, but rest will be plan.
Plan. Okay.
If you go to March month, if you are in the end of March 2015, then till March it will be actuals.
Actual.
From April to December it will be plan.
Okay.
Okay.
So in that scenario, you are going
most
to
of
change
the
that.
reports in planning scenarios, you'll have these kind of challenges, wherein you can just select like whatever you want on. So in most of the scenarios, you'll have these kind of things here, but in training systems there is a problem. Will not be able to. Whenever I'm trying to change on this, it is changing the entire structure of the report. So here we have is whenever we select on this context menu, if we are in 2015-12, and whenever I change on to 2014 and just click on OK, it is changing for the entire thing. It is changing everywhere. But whenever I try to change after using the reference dimension, I've changed 2014 year from the context. I've changed the category as well, and it is appearing for 2014 to 2015 or whatever be the year I have selected, and it is also changing the category. But the problem with the training service would be, which you will not face in the real-time scenarios, is something like whenever you are making any reference dimension or reference category kind of thing manually, entire structure is getting changed. So just look at this thing one. I'm just selecting actual for the category, and then I want to have this budget for December month. So if I just click on is equal to and give the reference dimension, the next time whenever I change it from the context, the report is not getting executed or it's not getting changed. So actually here it is changed from actual to budget, or requirement is got changed. But the problem here is from 2014, if I change to 2015 or 2013, report is not getting changed. Why? Because it has structure of the report has got changed. It's not from the context. It's taking as an vague thing. It's been hard-coded, displaying as a hard-coded values in the report. So basically, that is not the requirement which we are looking out for. So basically, is we just need to change this one. So I'll just give you another way of doing it. But in real-time scenarios, you will have to do this kind of things. But there you will not see any problem in changing it using the reference dimension or reference category or reference of anything. But for demonstration, I'll just give you another example so that will be easier for you to understand on. So here I'm just taking as instead of base, I'll just take as member only. Member only, and again member offset -1. Wow. Okay.
Let's start off with some animal sounds first. Can you do
Category, sure. So I've just prepared a new report here, wherein I have created 3 things here, 3 columns. One is previous year, other one is current year, and the next one is future year. So if I just select here 2015, it will show as 2014, 15, and 16. So this is what I have created on, and I want to have another report in the same one. So wherein I can use this budget without any problem. So I'll just go on with another option in EPM reporting. We have a concept called as new report in this, and whenever you click on this new report, it will ask you for the page access, the same story whenever you try to create in one report. So it will ask you for row access, page access, and column access. So in this we don't need to have any page access, as we already have here, and the requirement is we just need to have a time dimension here, category, and here we have is from the default report. Like I don't want to change the row access, so just only thing is category and time I have taken. And category I'm just changing it from actual, from member to children to only member, and for time I'll change it from member to children to only member, and that too not from member. I'll just change it to the future year, like context +1, that will be a future year. So I'm just clicking on OK. Here you will have is actual and again 2016. So whenever you want to have any reference dimension kind of thing, you can just, it's the best way to do it here. So in this we do have, it's a small basic simple report here we have. Just to give you an overview on this report, we have category and time in columns, accounts in the row, and in this report we have two different reports. So if you just look at the report options, we do have default report here, which is named on report 001. Page access has been shared, and the other one is report 001. Default report technical name would be 000. We have two different reports here. First report is from here to here, and the second report is from here. So I just want to change actual in the second report. So we just need to use one command here. We don't need any reference dimension or any other thing. Is equal to EPM dimension override, go to effects. Where do you want to change this report? Just give the report ID 001, and that should be in quotes. Okay, and what is the dimension you want to change? Like I want to change the category, and what is the member you want to select? Budget. So just have given all the parameters in this and just clicked on OK. Just clicking on refresh button. So here you see that actual is being changed to budget in the report 001. So now even if you change here, even if you change your category, that will not impact your second report.
So what is 001?
It's the second report.
Oh, okay.
First report would be 000. Second report would be 001. And if you want to create another report, it would be 002. So
Okay.
the naming
And
convention.
where is the 001 and 002 or 000?
It's a naming convention by SAP. It's a default reporting naming conventions. So if you just look at here, report 001, and if you just add on another report here, it stays same.
I think Bola, it's just a version.
It's a naming convention.
0.
That's it.
Oh, okay. So essentially, what you're saying is that on the same spreadsheet, I can create two different reports, but essentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
But essentially, it's because SAP has like a naming convention, so that they all stand alone and are different. So which one is it? So the forecast 2015 is a different report right now?
No. I just wanted to show you some other things, so I just created one more. That's it.
So those reports, the 000001, they're all pulling the same data from the same queue, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Forecast. So here in this one, I was just letting you on what is the dimension override, EPM dimension override property does. And here I have three reports. This is first report, this is second report, and this is third report. In first report, I have taken the data from context, like whatever the context I have selected for time and category, that will be displayed in the first report. And in second report, I have taken as a dimension override for category, wherein I'll be selecting budget for future year. And in the third report, that is 002, I have selected forecast instead of actual, and I'll be displaying on the previous year or the current year. So depending upon the requirement, we can just use this dimension override property whenever it is required and whenever it is important for us. So even after refresh or any other thing, in the previous section, like we have changed it in the one report, we have created all these three in one report, and we have changed it from actual to budget by using a EPM select member concept, and wherein it is showing in some small issue, but that will not be the case whenever you are working on the real-time scenario. You will not face such kind of an issue there. So to eradicate those things, the best option, the best possible way is to go on with EPM dimension override. But the disadvantage for this one is on you have to create multiple reports, which will deteriorate your performance of the report. Execution of report is being deteriorated. So the best way is always design in such a way wherein you will not have multiple reports, you will not have any problem in the issues in the reports. So this is the property we have used. Like today we have just gone with two other commands, like EPM select command, EPM select and EPM dimension override. These are the two commands we have gone through today. EPM select member. Okay, these are the two things which we have, and we have worked on creation of multiple reports in EPM. So these are the three things which we have discussed today. So let me know if you have any questions or doubts or any other thing on this. Yeah, no doubts or no questions.
Can we do linking, Shankar, in from one report to another report?
What kind of linking?
So if you click in the first report, if you click 2016, in the second report, that data display, that kind of stuff.
So why do you want to do that first thing?
And normally in the hierarchy,
it's everything. In everything it is showing it up, right? So you mean to say that like this?
No. In the hierarchy, yeah.
I'm not understanding your question. So here we have 2014. Do you want to have the link for 2014 or what is that?
So in certain scenarios, like in the hierarchy kind of data, like if you click on expandable and so if you expand one particular thing, so okay, that if once you expand, okay, that data will display. Once you click that particular on top of the data, then it has to show in the different report. That kind of stuff.
That is not
I
possible.
don't know whether.
No, that is not possible. That will not show in another report. That will show in the same report. In the same way you are asking, right? So
Yeah,
like this. But the thing is, you will be displayed the data in the same area, not in another report.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you click on expand button here, you will be displayed the data in the same area, not in the different area. This is just the total button and everything remains the same. It's only the expand which will work on.
The whole BPC is in the, we are going to, play around in this Excel only, right? The consolidation part as well as planning and all.
Most of the time we'll play around this Excel, and 70% will be Excel and 30% would be in the administration.
Okay.
Like whenever you are working on the consolidation, the majority of tasks would come on the areas like here, Consolidation Central. So wherein you can just monitor your consolidation, consolidation processes, And here you can just look at how exactly things are controlling in the monitor.
So
Like what are the tasks which
whatever you are
moving on.
highlighting, whatever you are highlighting the commands, okay, these commands are going to use regularly in real time, right?
Yeah. Whenever
Okay.
you're working on that particular process.
Yeah.
So we'll not do consolidation every 1 month, right? It's only on every 6 months or end of the process.
Okay.
At that time,
For planning most of the time.
if
Yeah.
you're whenever you're doing consolidation project, not on the single first day, it's end of the year or end of the project ending, only you'll read that consolidation situation. So wherein you'll just do the consolidation entries, intercompany elimination, all those things, consolidation tasks we call it as. So those things will be done at the end of the project. But before to that, we'll be doing all the requirements or informations which we needed to conclude that process or to execute that process successfully. Whatever it is called as creation of dimensions or business process flows, script logics or baddies or whatever.
So is it is it possible the requirements? I mean the requirements, okay, job requirements. I'm telling.
Okay.
Only for planning, okay, BPC planning, only for planning, only for consolidation. That kind of requirements also there, right?
We do have requirements like for planning consultants. We do have consolidation. We do have. There are some specialized persons as well. So whenever it's a chartered accountant or guy who comes from a financial background, who understands the business process very well, from the financial sector he comes on, it's better for him to go on with the consolidation BPC part. And whoever is not well versed with the accounting terminologies, then he can go for the planning part. And in planning part, he should have an understanding on script logics more. Like for any technical person, he should have an script logics very thorough and building up the reports very well. Usually,
so the script logic is also a part of this Excel, or
it's a part of administration. Here we write the script logics. So in the rule section, we write. These are the areas we write the script logics. Member formula, script logics, all these things are in the administration. Baddie is entirely in ABAP.
Okay, so we are not going to touch Baddie.
I'm not going to touch. Maybe it's up to your discretion if you want to learn and write baddies. That's your discretion, but I'm not sure. I'm not the right person to go on with baddies. At least to teach.
Okay.
So here is the things which we have created. We have worked on the reference dimension as well. Reference category.
So it seems to be 80% with the Excel. We are playing around the Excel most of the time, right? In real time also.
Almost like 60 to 70% will be on the Excel side. So it is not even reporting is almost it will take another 2 or 3 sessions for me. Data manager will take almost like 4 to 5 sessions. But most of the time in the real time for data loading and for reporting, we generally go for Excel side. But apart from this Excel, apart from the EPM functions and the data manager functions, we do have another formulas right here, like auto sum, manage, and these functions. Like if you just give one is equal to and go to FX, you have a lot many functions here. Financial, date and time, math, fix, statistical lookup, database, text, logical, and everything. So whatever is maximum you can learn from the Excel, you can just learn it. Because in reporting scenario, we don't know what would be the requirement. There are some situations wherein I have seen that I don't have the description for this. We have to get the year from there. We have to read this cell Q2 space 2014, take year out of it, display it in some other place, then use the logic and work on the reports. So what could be the Excel expertise you have that would be more beneficiary for you whenever you are working on the report? So here are the tasks which we have completed, and most probably you should be having an access by today end of day or tomorrow early morning for your time. So make sure you practice all these things, because expansion over dimension override, reference dimension are the two different areas where the BPC consultants get confused. EPM context and EPM select member is the basic things which we use it. EPM context is used to display, and it is a replacement for page access. And EPM select member displaces particular dimension member from a dimension. Say suppose if you want to display budget dimension member from the dimension category. So we use this select member. For context member, it is used to retrieve the data from the context and display it in the page access. So this is the basic difference between context member and select member. And dimension override is used to override any dimension member in a given particular report. It can
select
be
member is Shankar.
Yep.
Select member is for to display only the labels, right? I mean,
No,
that is
no,
member
no, no.
member descriptions.
No, it's not member descriptions. It will display a particular, if you just say an example, I'm just giving a command for EPM select member. It will retrieve a particular member which you want. Even in the example, you can just select as budget.
Budget, okay.
But where is this budget? How will the system know? It is from default, it should be from category.
From the dimension, okay.
From the dimension. So there is a possibility in future you will retrieve some different connections as well. So at that time, we just need to give in here is connection name as well. So at this point of time, currently we are working on the same model and same this environment. So we don't have to give the connection, but in future references we might have to give. In real time, we might have to give that connection name as well.
Oh, is it possible to get the dimensions from the different models also?
Yeah, yeah. We'll not have dimensions in models. So we'll just retrieve the dimensions, that's it, numbers.
Okay.
From the environment we'll retrieve.
Sure.
So people get confused for what is the context member and what is the select member. And people will get confused on writing the dimension override. What is use of this dimension and why do we need to write it? It's not used for one particular report. Whenever you are building one report, expansion override is not useful. It's only useful whenever you are working on multiple reports and missing it. So in this we have 3 different reports, so we have used this EPM dimension override. Else this is not useful. If it is a single report, we will not use this one. We use this reference category and build the report. But in real-time scenario, you will not have any problem with the reference category or reference dimension. Should the reference category, I mean changing the dimension as reference for a category, I have used this as reference category, but in real-time scenario we call this as reference dimension in EPM. So this is the name for this thing. In real-time scenario, if someone says that we should have a reference dimension EPM, it is nothing but they are referring to one particular dimension member as a reference by using select member command. So hopefully by today we should have an access. So just practice on these things, because previous sessions I'm not sure, but for today's session, you people, there are quite many chances that you get confused for today's session.
Actually, I'm very confused. I didn't say
I know that.
But I know that. Because I got the access, I checked that. So okay. I'll try today and let's see.
Okay, sure, no problem. So just look at
Sanjeev, you got the access?
Yes, I've just logged in all 3 areas, so it is working. So let's see.
So people tend to forget these things. People will mostly get confused for reference dimension and EPM access override, sorry, dimension override. So make sure you practice, and hopefully I should have some couple of more questions by next session.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know. Yep. Let me know if you have any other questions, so that we can just, if you don't have, we can just wind up the session for today.
Yeah. All right. Now that's good.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Shankar?
Thanks.
Yep. Go on.
So I also received the email for the access.
Okay.
So the credentials for RDP, BPC, and BW.
Okay.
So we are going to touch this BW part also in this case.
No, BW will not touch, but the only thing is we'll just use this as a data modeling base. Since whenever we are working on the data load part, we can just get the information from the BW side by looking into that, and we'll just map it to the BPC side.
So are we not going? Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
So Shankar, I think when we started the session on the first introductory session, you did mention that we are going to create some process chain and and then we load those things. So are we not going to do that in BW?
We already have the process chains by default. We can just customize those things and we can use those process chains in BPC. We don't have to create those actually.
Ah, I see.
So it's only the requirement part. If someone is very interested in learning how to create a process chains, then we can just I can just create it for you. But
yeah, we'll be a bit interested, because I mean my understanding was that probably we will create the process chain so that we understand how this is going to go through end to end.
Okay, that should be fine, not a problem.
Even myself also in the same assumption.
Because usually in my previous sessions, it's something like majority of people are from BI, so everyone knows how to create a process chain. So I never had a chance to create that. So on the introductory sessions, I told you the same thing. If someone is interested to learn how do we create a process chain and all those stuff, there is no problem. I don't have any problem in taking a session for the process chain.
Please, can you please?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No problem.
Right.
So I think in this session, everyone is new to BI. No one knows about BI, I think.
No, not much actually. Just very vaguely few things here and there.
Okay. So we'll just go in a little bit more on BW part as well. So how do we manage and how do we look at the data and all those things in BW as well?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, definitely. No problem. So just once you have the access, just practice on so that you'll not forget. So most of the things you might have forgot by now. So just have a go through on those things and make sure you remember the correct context where you have inputted the data and where you have created your models. So that if you have any questions, we can just look at those things in the next session and we can just go on.
So you mentioned that there will be some data in this. So was it specific to the environment? Because it looks to me that I'm only so it looks like there's only one environment available here. Probably it's because it's a single access or restricted access to us.
I think it is restricted access. Which environment they have given access to you?
So my environment is environment 102.
Got 102. And for the other one? So you can just work on that environment, start creating your dimensions.
Okay.
And load the data, master data like members in the environment or dimensions. You have to build it from your own model, your own dimensions. Then go to master data in the dimensions. Then go to reporting. Build a sample report by taking time and date. And create your members, hierarchies and all those stuff. So most probably by doing these things you will have many questions in the next session, and people tend to forget what is the context they have inputted their data. So make sure you remember that.
Right. Yeah.
People tend to forget, because in my previous batches they used to insert data, but for some reason they'll forget it. And the next day, all thing is we have to recreate all those stuff. So make sure you work on the same environment, same model all the time, so that you will not remember all those things.
So when you say same model, means like you need to pick up planning or consolidation, or you need to create one separately for that?
You create one for your model.
I see, okay. So that model should be planning or consolidation or each?
It can be standard one. You can just give as anything.
Okay.
You can create even sample by your name as well.
Yeah, but it would be a copy of something, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be a copy of something.
Okay, so I can keep taking. Okay, right, fair enough. I got what he's saying. Yeah, okay.
Okay, sure. We'll just look at those things in the next session, and we'll just go on with continue the sessions as well.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.